Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we are going to be getting the Extreme Co-op. It is going to be coming back. Now, do know that you have to be in 7 seat Brave Battles or higher. So, if you aren't already in 7 seats, you unfortunately are going to miss this month. So, that is why I say at least stay in 6 seat. That way, if you do fumble and you miss a week, you will only go down 1 ranking and you can still get the Extreme Co-op. Now, obviously, for a lot of veterans, this isn't really going to be worth it besides just clearing out the shop. But I'm still going to farm it. I'm going to get about 5,000 brushes, so that way I can completely max out my entire box and potentially save for when they introduce new accessories, which could be coming within the next month, within the next year, within the next decade. We don't really know. Hopefully it comes soon. I have 4,000 or 2,000 tickets waiting for it, so I'm ready. But we're going to be going over the best characters to bring. Obviously, it's not that difficult of a quest, so you can basically bring anyone. I highly suggest bringing at least a speed character since it is boosted and everybody else will get halved. So do keep that in mind. But it will be here from the 19th to the 26th, so you don't need to farm it right away. Obviously, you know, you can farm your Chronicle quest, you can farm the IT that you need or anything, so it's not going away immediately or anything like that, but it is a very nice option to just get it out of the way now and just be done with it. So, without further ado, let's hop into the killers and whatnot that you would want to be bringing into this Extreme Co-op quest. Alright, so this is going to be the details about the quest. So you're going to obviously need to be 7 seat or above. Obviously, it's a really good change that they made from 3rd to 7th seat. Really nice. The enemy affiliations are Soul Reaper and Hollow, and they do have Soul Reaper Killer, so do keep that in mind. The hazards on the ground is going to be Poison, and you're going to want to bring a speed character. Do you need to? No. If you have a Quilgi or something, obviously he can probably do it, but do keep in mind, they will have all their attributes or stats halved. There are extra stages, which is pretty nice. If you get them, more rainbow potions, if I'm not mistaken, is what they are. No, I think it's more brushes. This is not IZ. And then, as you can see right here, that there is some characters with attack resistance, so a melee resistance. So you're going to want to bring a ranged character, which is what I prefer anyway. So it isn't that big of a deal. But just know that if you are bringing, like, so let's say Unahana, this character will have melee resistance, so it might scuff your run a little bit. So you can either bring the accessory to decrease the melee resistance, that way she can still do damage, or just bring a ranged character at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter that much. Alright, now these are going to be the speed characters that are going to be your best option. There's speed, Hollow, Soul Reaper, or ranged. These are easily your best picks. So characters like, I guess, Byakuya. Anything below that I don't really think I would ever bring, to be honest. Byakuya's okay at least. He has a tracking vortex. The Unahana is pretty nice, nothing insane. Jushiro is a really good autoer. He has a really good shield, he has a boost. He also has drain, so he's one of the best autoers in the game. He is a nag character though, so keep that in mind. You want to build him with a full attack set. Noelle is pretty decent. She isn't like terrible. She's pretty good, especially because it is just, you know, Extreme Co-op. It's nothing insane. Azashiro could definitely do it. He does have drain, so you know, if he gets hit or anything, he can definitely get himself back up to full stamina. The Okiura has complete status immunity, so you can definitely bring him. He has an amazing kit. Honestly, I think I'm probably going to bring him. You could also bring Manda Orihime if you really like the character. She has full immunity. I believe she has shared status immunity. She has a pretty decent strong attack kit, and she has a boost SA2. Is it a heal? I can never remember. It is a boost and a heal, it looks like. So multi-barrier, she has the booster skill, enhancer, and she has a heal. One of the best support characters in the entire game. And then we have Gin. So, I mean, I know that not a lot of people sum for him since he was realistically the worst on the banner in comparison to the other two. But if you do have him, he would be a pretty good option here. He does have the shield. He can read all affiliation dodges, even though I actually don't think that matters, so why would I say that? He has complete status immunity, he has frenzy +2, damage to weakened enemies, he has a multi-barrier, and he can hit hidden enemies, so you got basically everything covered here. So for this kind of quest, it seems like he was kind of made for it, so that's pretty nice. He also has strong attack cooldown by 6% at full stamina, so that's another bonus. Realistically, I think the best one here would either be Jushiro, Okiura, and then Orihime or Gin. Those would probably be the top 4. And now let's move on to characters that aren't melee or aren't ranged, if that's what you're going for. Alright, now obviously there are characters that are melee based, but if you just bring the right accessory, it does not really matter. You have Unahana, you have Mila Rose, you have Tensen Zangetsu. They're all really good options, nothing like crazy, nothing terrible. This Ichigo might be usable, I don't know. I haven't ever used him, so I can't really like say on that matter. Yeah, I personally would not bring him. He obviously is a melee character, so I mean that's not too bad up until you get to the bosses, but he only has freeze resistance, so the poison is gonna just be really annoying, and he's also a super links out potion character, which this isn't really meant for, so I would not personally bring him. And as for speed characters, that is realistically about it. I wouldn't really recommend anyone else other than those options. Like, yeah, there's probably some ones down here that you could probably bring and be just fine, but I wouldn't recommend it because, I mean, you mainly want to auto this quest. That's the main point of it. So obviously Unohana, she has enough DPS to keep herself up. Maybe you just need a character on the side with a shield. Make sure to have someone join you with the shield potentially. Obviously you don't need to, but it would be nice just to keep her alive that much easier. Chances against another amazing character in terms of DPS. Might just have to watch out for the character that has melee resistance. And also, if you are curious, this is actually perfect timing. I just pulled one earlier. If you have the nerd headband, you have a 50% chance to nullify melee resistance once you completely max it out. So let me just show you. It's a 15% chance to nullify melee resistance. My bad, it is 15%, and if you put it on a speed character, it should be 30. So you have a 30% chance to nullify. Obviously, it isn't perfect, but with how many hits they do, I think you should be fine. And now I guess I can also just throw out some other mentions in here. Obviously, I'm going to be showing some characters that aren't speed, but they are ranged. That way you don't have to deal with the melee resistance. You could definitely bring a character like Nini if you really wanted to. Ichigo would probably be really good here. Artwork Ichigo. Or Quincy Ichigo. This is not artwork. Quincy Ichigo. 7th anniversary Ichigo would probably be fine here. Like, you don't need a melee or a ranged character. I think you could be fine. You could bring 6th anniversary Aizen. He has an amazing kit, so yeah, there's a few that you could just be like, okay, I'll just bring this character because they're my favorite. They don't have they aren't speed, so you know they get their stats halved or whatever. But if it's your favorite character, then sure, to go for it. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that should be about it for the video. Let me go over the shop real quick, actually, just to show you just how good the exchange shop actually is. Alright, so this is the shop. So as you can see, I already basically cleared it out, but what you can end up getting is the essence scrolls. You can get the large heart scrolls. I believe it's up to 50 of each of the large scrolls, so those are really nice. Medium scrolls, not that bad to come by. You get quite a few, but it is nice to just clear it out. That way you know you have enough. More small scrolls, and then you have some of the attribute or affiliation scrolls. You get a few more super editing brushes. You get some tickets. You get 10 of the Brave Soul accessories tickets for whatever attribute it is, which is going to be power for this one. And then you have some droplets and potions that you can also farm. And other than that, that is realistically all that you really need to buy. It's not that much. I don't know exactly how many coins it is, but it's still a super easy farm. You get a lot of accessory brushes. So there you go. And that is going to do it for this video. A quick little easy video just showing you on some of the best characters that you can bring. Some of the not so ideal, but can definitely easily clear it. And then just showing you what characters you want to bring. If maybe you're just your favorite character, make sure to bring in the melee resistance accessory. If they are a melee character, obviously you're going to need to get through that. Otherwise you will do 1 damage to that Jushiro. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Take care and peace out.